Welcome back to another episode of TPC. Let's do the NFL Week 10 predictions today. Overall, we got a good slate of games, if I have to say right now. Let's go based off the Thursday game. Pretty much, Denver Broncos get the win over the Raiders. A sloppy game by Bo Nix. Pretty much the defense is carrying this team. And my big factor with Bo Nix is he can look like the best quarterback, like against the Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, look phenomenal. And in games like the Raiders, Jets, and sloppy games. Like, this is when he's inconsistent. We need him to be consistent if this team wants to make it far in the playoffs, or they're going to be one and done like last year. And you don't want this team to be one and done with that defense they have with Surtain, Funga, Allen, Bonito. This defense is too good enough to have be one and done. They got to win this division, and they got Kansas City next week. And the Raiders, just tank for a quarterback. Whoever you get, just tank, because Geno is not the answer. And we know this team. It's Ashton Jeanty and Brock Bowers and Max Crosby on the defense. That is the three players of your franchise right there. And you got to save those primes right now and try to get a quarterback next year. Try to draft one or trade for someone if I have anything. Maybe Kyler Murray, maybe Fernando, maybe Landon. I don't know. Someone at quarterback if anything. Let's talk about we had a morning game heading to, I believe the game is at Germany, Berlin. So we got Colts versus Atlanta. Michael Penix will be playing this game. And the Colts looked sloppy last week. I don't know if Sauce Gardner's playing this game. I do not know yet. We'll see in the morning. But this is going to be interesting. Can the Colts bounce back after a sloppy game by Daniel Jones, because it was one of Daniel Jones' worst games? And the Steelers' defense did really good, forcing around, I think, a sack and a fumble and a pick in that game. Overall, just a sloppy game by Daniel Jones. And they almost came back in that game in 20-27, if anything. But can they figure it out? Did they get exposed? I don't know. Because the Falcons have a decent defense, I have to say. But the Falcons have been on a losing streak a little bit. They're 3-5. I mean, Michael Penix didn't play last week, if I'm correct. No, he played last week against the Patriots. The other game, Kirk Cousins played against the Dolphins, and they got blown out at home. They almost won last week against the Patriots, 24-23. Missed PAT with that. But in this game, Michael Penix will be playing. I mean, Jonathan Taylor, he's the leading horse for this team. Pittman's been really solid. And the defense with Cross and Latu and DeForest Bunker, I don't know if he's playing this game, if anything. I think he's out for this game. And you look at the offense for, the Falcons. I mean, you got Bijan, Drake London. I mean, they're phenomenal. That's a big factor. This team, it depends so much on Michael Penix's ability. And they almost won last week. It's just the PAT miss kind of screwed them up, and they kind of got fucked by that. And they were looking red hot. I mean, they were 3-2, 3-1. I don't even know what they were after the Niners game or after the Bills game, looking really good, and then they just fell off. It happens. They got hit with reality, and they got to bounce back if they want to make a playoff push in the tough NFC they have. And the Colts, I mean, they're red hot, making a big trade for Sauce Gardner, help the defense now, and we'll see if they keep it up. I mean, it's Germany, and it's at 8:30, so this game should be competitive. I'm going to take the Colts in this game. I think Daniel Jones and the Bulls will bounce back, if anything, and I think the Falcons are just going to fall apart like usual. I don't know. They choked. Let's look at these other games. Miami versus Buffalo, there's nothing I'm going to say. The Bills are going to straight dominate. The favorite 8.5. Everyone's playing this game. I don't know if James Cook is playing this game, if anything, but the Dolphins, they benched. Everything's been bad right now. I don't know what's going on in Dolphins. It's just Tua era's done. They fired the GM a couple weeks ago, and it's just overall. And they traded away Jalen Phillips. They kept Jalen Waddle, Bradley Chubb. They're going to trade him this offseason maybe. Tua's gone after this year. It's just a straight mark the X and everything. And Mike McDaniel just going to finish the year out with your job at least and, move forward next year. And sadly to say that. And the Bills, they should win this game. It's an easy game for them. After getting the win over the Kansas City Chiefs, they should win this game in Miami. It's going to be tough, though, but if anything, the Bills should win. Chicago versus New York, I don't need to say anything. New York is just Jackson Dart, if anything. The defense is good. Brian Burns is 10 sacks right now. Dexter's doing good. Abdul's doing good. Then everything's going good for the Giants. On everything, my part losing Cam Scatterbo, they just can't finish games out. Losing 10 points against 10-point game against Niners last week, 34-24. The offense looked good. Jackson Dart did really good. It's just like they can't keep up with those tough Niners, and Mac Jones looked good in that game. And the Bears had a shootout against the Bengals, and they had a solid game. I mean, Rome Duzé didn't do anything. Colston had a breakout game. DJ Moore had a really good with a passing touchdown, rushing touchdown, no receiving touchdown. It's kind of crazy. And Caleb Williams had a solid game too. So we expect the Bears to look like this, and I think the Bears should win this game at home. They're at 4.5. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think the Bears should win this game. Minnesota versus Baltimore. Lamar Jackson's second game back at Minnesota. I think Lamar Jackson's going to do really good, expose that Minnesota defense. I mean, J.J. McCarthy, this is his first game back, and I'm excited to see how this goes, but I'm just saying this Ravens team, I think they're going to turn the tide. They're going to try to go for that division now. They're going to try to come back. They're going to make a playoff push, and I think they're going to do it. And this is a big game right here. Big statement win. If they got the win over Thursday night against the Dolphins on the road, can they go win in Minnesota? And I think they can. I think Brian Flores is a good defense corner, but I think Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry are going to have a phenomenal game, if anything. Jets versus Cleveland. This game, the battle for Fernando. Who's going the first quarterback? Who's going to be the first? Jets trade away Sauce Gardner, not Garrett Wilson, Quinn Williams. They pretty much trade everyone with a bunch of picks. They got 5 picks for the next 2 years. Cleveland, we're waiting for Shadur. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for Shadur. And I'm waiting for Shadur. I want him to play. But this is pretty much battling who's going to get the quarterback for this year. And I think the Jets should win this game. Or maybe they just suck. I don't even know. Justin Fields is probably trying to keep his job if he's still a starting quarterback. Just overall, just bad football, both these teams. And honestly, just let me know in the comments who win this game, because I honestly don't even know. Cleveland has a better defense. I think maybe Cleveland wins. Maybe Dylan Gabriel shows up. I don't know. Maybe we get Shadur in this game. I don't know. Carolina versus New Orleans, a very solid game. I think Carolina should win this game. Favorite 5.5. And with Carolina looking really good after the win over the Green Bay Packers on the road, looked really good in that win. Game-winning field goal, solid game by them. Micah Parsons have showed up in that game, and Panthers can make a playoff push. I mean, you look at their games. With Bryce Young is playing, they're undefeated. And of the month of October. Now we're in November. Can he keep it up? Can he keep it up? And I think he can. I really do think he can keep it up. And I think Bryce Young is getting more composed. If he doesn't have pressure on him, they do good. And if there's no pressure on him, he's going to be fine. And I think he's going to win this game against New Orleans. And we know what New Orleans is. Tanking pretty much for it the season. I mean, they got to trade away Shaheed. And Chris Olave was pretty upset about that. And overall, I do think Carolina should win this game. So, yeah. Houston versus Jacksonville. Excuse me. Houston versus Jacksonville. I do not know. I got to see this. Looking at this right now. Hold on, I'm looking at the injury report. I got to see if CJ Stroud's going to play this game. Sorry, y'all, for the hold. I'm just going to look it up. He is not playing. CJ Stroud is not playing this game. In the game, Jacksonville should win this game in a blowout. I know Brian Thomas is not playing this game, and overall, the big factor with that, if no Brian Thompson, it's just going to be Jacoby Myers, his first game in, and Travis Hunter is going to have a good game. Just overall, I think it's at Texans. Jacksonville should win this game. They have the healthy stat. They have the thing. They're favorite 1.5 in this game, surprisingly. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm going to take Jacksonville in this game. I think there's no CJ Stroud. I don't know how David Mills is going to do, and the offensive line sucks. So give me Jacksonville. Seattle versus Arizona. Very competitive game right here. Seattle, looking red hot with Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. The run game looking good with Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet. Defense looks good. They got a blowout win against the Commanders last week. Offense just phenomenal. So Arizona coming off a win against the Cowboys. Offense looks good. Bench Kyler Murray. Brissett's looking good. Offense looks good. Marvin Harrison Jr. looks good. Trey McFadden looks good. Everything looks phenomenal for the Cardinals. But it doesn't matter. Seattle's winning this game. Seattle should dominate in this game. I think Seattle's offense is just way better, and the defense cannot keep up with that. I know the Cowboys' defense. I know the Cardinals limited the Cowboys' offense, but I think the Seattle's offense is way better than the Cowboys. If anything, because they actually have a combat of the defense, if anything. And I think Sam Darnold's playing really good football, and the combinations with Clint Kubiak as OC, he's been really good for this team. And if they keep it up and add in Shaheed on this offense, a deep threat receiver. Now, Troy Horton, I don't know if he's going to limit his catches, but I just think it's going to be a solid game by their factor. I know Arizona's red hot right now with the offense. Their defense has been consistent, but I think Seattle should win this game at home. And not a dominant fashion, but it's going to be a close game. If anything, it's always going to be close games between these guys. So, give me Seattle this game. Sanford versus LA. Mac Jones is playing again. Another game. Brock Purdy still hasn't been back. I'm just going to say, I've been saying it earlier in the week, Mac Jones runs this offense better than Brock Purdy. And this is everyone hurt. And they're still finding ways to win. This is the thing. If they go in and they beat LA, forget, with Thursday night game, they did go into LA, and they won that game. because of Sean McVay's not kicking the field goal, and they went for it, and it kind of cost them. If LA loses back-to-back games, San Fran has the first place division right now, and Mac Jones not looking good. Just not looking good if Mac Jones is starting quarterback right now, because that means Brock Purdy's done. You wasted all that money, and they have a QB conversation with them. I know Mac Jones is playing way better than Brock. We only seen Brock Purdy play with all-stars, and we're looking at Mac Jones playing with nothing, just Kendrick Bourne and CMC and George Kittle. That's it. And he's doing good. Their game wins. So, they get this win against LA. Sweep LA this year. Big talks, I'm just saying. Just saying. But I'm going to take LA in this game. I think LA should win this game. I think they'll bounce back against a revenge against San Fran earlier this year. I think Puka's playing this game. Devontae's been really good this year. And overall, this Rams offense has been really phenomenal under Matthew Stafford. So I think LA should win this game. Yeah. Detroit versus Washington, I have nothing to say. No Jaden Daniels. The offense sucks without him. And they're just done. They're one season wonder. And Detroit's going to come in this game and Washington and moppy-wop them. I think it's just going to be a straight moppy-wop with them. Their offense is too good, and the defense for the Commanders has been regressed so hard this year. And I just don't know if there's anything going to bounce back from that. So that's my opinion on it. LA versus Pittsburgh. Very underrated game right here. It's going to be a close game. I'm going to take LA because I don't trust Pittsburgh's defense. I know they showed up against the Colts, but I just don't trust that defense consistently. And I think Justin Herbert's going to expose it again, coming off that bye, after Halloween weekend with his girlfriend and, all that kind of stuff with Mass and beer. Then they'll bounce back in this game. And LA's red hot right now after the Dodgers winning the World Series. So I think they're just going to keep it going. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, I do think LA should win this game. I know the Steelers look good. A-Rod's looking good. DK's doing good. The run game's looking solid. I think the Chargers are just better in this game. I think Justin Herbert's going to expose the secondary more. And if they don't put pressure on Justin Herbert, it's going to be a field day for them. And then the weapons for them, I mean, you look at it with Vlad, Quentin Johnson. I don't know if he's playing this game. Keenan Allen. Just overall, the run game is also like a running back committee without no Hampton. So it's just like whoever's in hot hands, a Vidal or Haskins. So it's pretty crazy. So give me the Chargers. Green Bay versus Philadelphia at Green Bay, Monday night. Green Bay needs this game badly. Philadelphia made a bunch of trades. Got Jared Alexander, got Phillips, got Michael Carter. You got players now. Can you do well with them? Go into Green Bay. The team that wanted the tush push, gone forever. And I think Green Bay's getting their revenge, maybe. I don't know. Michael Parsons facing a former team, too. Can he get that? Can Philadelphia go on the road and win this game in Green Bay? Because Green Bay needs this game big time. After losing a game against the Panthers, it kind of exposed them. It's a very competitive game, if anything, I have to say. I hate both the teams, just saying that. Green Bay's favorite 1.5. Philadelphia's coming off a bye. I might say Green Bay in this game. I think Green Bay wants a revenge, if anything, for the playoff loss and with the tush push situation. And they just have bad blood with each other. So, give me Green Bay. I think Jordan Love's going to have a good game. Hopefully bounces back. The run game with Josh Jacobs should be good against this, run defense is not looking the greatest for Philadelphia. So they got to figure some things out in the secondary, too, a little bit. A.J. Brown I think he is not playing this. No, A.J. Brown is playing this game, yes. So, yeah, it could be that. Give me a good game. So, give me Green Bay in this game, though. I think Jordan Love and those guys get it done. So, yeah. That is all for this week. Thank you all for joining for me for this episode of TPC. I know it was a little short episode, just still trying to feel better a little bit. But thank you all for joining me.